Hi guys, it's me with a new I Am Fun Size for you. It has been a little while since we have done one of these solo mano a mano I Am Fun Size episodes together. I think the last one was like a month back when I was in Norway. And since then, I've seen many of you on the birthday feed that I did, the birthday live feed. So thank you guys, first of all, for joining me for that, everyone who was able to make it. I really appreciate it. It was a crazy time on lots of platforms and lots of comments coming in, and super fun to celebrate my birthday with you guys that way. But this topic is actually something that I had intended to talk about on that birthday feed. And then because of the craziness and technology and my brain being all over the place, I never got around to it. But at the same time, it ended up being kind of perfect that it is coming up now. And I will explain to you why as I explain to you further what this topic is going to be. So, I received an email from someone asking about how to deal with the struggle between her hearing from so many people that she needed to be proud and grateful and happy with where she was and what she was doing, and that she was feeling that way, but also that there was a constant feeling within her of, I have to do more, there's more to do, I can't just sit on my laurels and focus on that, I need to be doing more, I need to be paying attention to all the things that I want to do, because there's so much I want to do in the world, and I feel like that's a good thing, I feel like that's drive. So, so she was asking, because she feels like that's a good thing, what do you do with that struggle between what people are telling her she should be doing and what she is feeling on the inside? Well, reading this email, I could have been reading the script of the commentary inside my own brain, because I definitely understand what that feels like. And it was very interesting to me that it came up around my birthday, because for whatever reason this year, I really wanted to celebrate. I wanted so badly to celebrate. I wanted to do it in big ways and with lots of friends and several times and over the course of several weeks. And there was a need within me to do that. And at the same time, I was also catching myself feeling like, oh, but you have so much work to do and there's so much more to do and you don't have time to celebrate, so how are you going to do that? And I was having that very same struggle within myself. So what do you do? What do you do when you have that going on? You know, when you're a driven person and you like being driven and you know you've accomplished things, but you know that there's a lot more to accomplish, what can you do to balance between the two or find equilibrium between the two? And what I believe right now, at this point in my life, one of the answers is to celebrate. Is to remember to celebrate where you are and what you are and who you are on any given day, in the smallest way, the biggest way, whatever you want to do, but actually clocking those wins and those things that you have accomplished. Not to sit there and be like, oh great, good job, I'm so awesome, or to say, you know, awesome, I've worked so hard and now I don't have to work anymore. Absolutely not. It's not about doing that. Celebrating and being positive about your own accomplishments and being grateful for what you have and being proud of what you've done is not about sitting back and not pushing further. But it is important to clock those things, because without recognizing the wins that you've had or the successes or the things that you're proud of yourself for, there isn't this intrinsic reward for your hard labor. There's only this constant not good enough, this constant I have to push forward, this constant there's more work to do. I used to call it the A student complex, because I was an A student and I never was grateful for the fact that I was an A student. I was instead only worried about, yes, but what if I get a B? There's only downhill to go. And that's a terrible way to have to live your life, is to be thinking, I'm doing so great, but what if I fail? There's so much more to do, so what I've done isn't important. No, what you have done is so important, and who you are is so important. And it doesn't have to be something huge, and it doesn't have to be the final goal that you have, but it is really important to celebrate where you are, wherever that is. Whether that is an actual place to you, whether that is where you are in your life, whether it is the people that you have around you that you may or may not be taking for granted, which is a very important thing to clock, because sometimes the people who love us the most and who support us the most and who are the most instrumental to us being able to have the support system around us to be able to accomplish the things we do, sometimes we take them more for granted than even people who are complete strangers. And that's just not the great way to be. So I would advise, or rather in my opinion, because I don't like giving advice, these are just my opinions, take them as you will, to this young lady and to myself and to anyone else who is out there feeling this way, that there's too much to be done, I can't possibly be paying attention to patting myself on the back for what I've done. Please, for just a moment, celebrate where you are. Celebrate that you've made it to this day. Be proud that you have surrounded yourself with the people that you have, with the loved ones that you have. If there are people that you have extricated from your life for whatever reasons, be proud that you have allowed that to move on so that you no longer have that energy in your life. Find a way to celebrate where you are. Now, I was lucky because my birthday came up right around that time, and it was a great excuse to remind myself to celebrate, but we shouldn't need those. We should be able to celebrate ourselves and our loved ones and our accomplishments and how hard we've worked, and even the things that we consider failures, because they're not just failures, they're learning what doesn't work. It's important to be able to celebrate all of those things along the way, because the journey is much longer than the destination. You're going to spend a lot more time on the journey of life than at the goal that you have hit. So you might as well enjoy yourself along the way. At least that's my take on it. And I really appreciate this young lady for sending this email in, not just for being brave about sharing that herself, but also for reminding me that it's important to clock the wins, because I forget to, and it's a good life. For all of the things that are messed up in the world and all of the things that are hard and all of the people who are suffering, the only way I think we really have the strength and the fortitude and the resources to be able to continue to push forward through difficult times is to remind ourselves what we do have, and that means what we have to give as well. So that's my take on that. Celebrate. Find something to celebrate today about what you've done. Did you make yourself a great breakfast? Does your pet love you more than any other human? Does your home make you happy? Whatever it is, find something to celebrate and then use it as a jumping off point to say, awesome, look what I created. Now what more can I do? There's more to do and I can do it. If you guys have any more questions or comments or anything, please send them in to me at anjali@iamfunsize.com. You can also find me all over the internet. You guys know that. And keep them coming, because I'm really excited about talking to you all, and I love sharing how you can make your life fun size too. So, bye. All right, you beautiful people, send me your stuff. You can email me at anjali@iamfunsize.com. These are all of the places you can find me on the interwebs. Please send me questions, pictures, fan art, cosplay pictures. Send me pictures of puppies. You know how I love the puppies. Oh, please, please, more puppies.
Can I please? Please, guys, please.